Hey guys, today we're talking about the 5 ways that you can find freedom in your design work. And what I really mean by this is like freeing your own mind, but also like in doing the work. So let's dig into it. You'll see what I mean about this. And I'm really hopeful this brings you some joy. You figure out some cool things to do to make your life even more joyous, because we're here because we love the design work, we like the creativity, and we like the joy involved with it, right? We like all of those things. Okay, so number 1, and I have notes today, which by the way, if you're on the YouTube channel, you could like see me like looking down because I'm like, I am not gonna remember these 5 things just right off the top of my head. If you're on the podcast, you can't see me look down, so I apologize for that. Okay, so number 1 is design what lights you up. I think a lot of us are designing things like trying to make up some person out there that we do not know and trying to make the thing that they would like. And it's so obscure, it's so difficult to design that way that it makes it not very fun. And that's why we see a blank screen, and it's difficult for us to move on. So what I really want to recommend is you need to design the things that you really like and lights you up. For example, for about a year there in my silhouette stuff, I was designing this banner, and the banner was always like holiday related. So I had like a Halloween one and a Christmas one. Actually, I don't know if I ever made a Christmas one. A Valentine's Day one, an Easter one. I think there's one for summer as well. Like, I just really liked this banner and I wanted it for every holiday, and I wanted it in my own house. And so it lit me up. That's what I designed, and that's what I cut out and made, and I put it in my house. Okay, so it just makes the work so much more enjoyable when you're doing the thing that like you really just want to be doing, which for me was decorating my house, okay, for the holidays, which you guys know we're like about to head into the Halloween season. You've probably seen me starting to post things that I'm doing for Halloween, and I love the holidays, so I'm gonna get crazy with them. It's gonna be fun. All right, number 2, I want you to design today what you can use tomorrow. Now, this is more freedom of time. If you are designing 100% in Procreate, then you are not doing this. This is why we really, really push and teach Illustrator. Now, do we like Procreate? Yes, we want our designer to know Procreate, but Procreate is the easy, low-hanging fruit. Those that are being smart and repurposing their designs in the future, which we talk about in Design Bootcamp. So if you've missed that out, come to a Design Bootcamp to learn more about that. That's at carinagardnercourses.com/Design Bootcamp. What is happening there is that we are figuring out ways to use it in the future, and the only way to do that is by putting it in Illustrator first, okay? So there are lots of other reasons we have to use Illustrator. It is the professional thing that all designers are using, and you need to know it. And when I say need to know it, I mean not low level know it, which many of you have taken courses out there. Low level know it. I'm talking about really be able to design well in it, okay? Number 3 is to find your niche. Now, this is important because you're not going to maybe have the same niche your entire design career, but I keep hearing everyone be like, I am a floral person, or I just do girly things, or I do whatever, okay? I need you to go out of your way to go past that and really figure out like what's a niche out there and that your style can really contribute to. And I think there's a ton of freedom in that because, so often I hear designers, they sit down at their computer and they don't know what to do. But if I'm thinking about Tasha Noel, who's in the program, who's also one of my good friends. She's a fabric designer for Riley Blake, and I just looked at her stuff. If you guys, by this time you'll have watched the episode that I did at Pine Needles for Christmas. Oh, no, maybe not. Christmas is coming up. Okay, in the future, you guys are gonna see, I'm gonna show you Tasha Noel's Christmas line. But her characters are so iconic, and she got away with a mushroom for Christmas. Well, why can she do that? Because that's her style. That's what she does. And I think there's a lot of freedom when we kind of build, not necessarily our own style, but build something that we like to always draw and do, right? Think about the designers you even watch on Instagram or the artists. They tend to have a look that you're really drawn to, and they do that look over and over and over and over again, but with variations, right? So I think there's a ton of freedom and actually kind of finding not even your style, because I don't even want to call it that, because I don't really believe that anyone can just have one style. If they don't want, they can do any number of things, but instead like finding a niche area that you can really explore that really lights you up and brings a ton of joy to your design work. Okay. Number 4 is finding your happy place. And when I say that, I really mean your physical happy place. So for some of you who have the ability to have a room that's your studio or office, I feel very lucky. A couple of years ago, we moved into this house, and before that, I worked from my kitchen, I worked from my bed, I worked in the living room. I was all over the house because I didn't really have a dedicated space for my studio. And so, this house, I've been able to have it, and I make it my happy place. Like everything in it is pretty. I actually usually get rid of a lot of things in there. It's actually can be bare sometimes because I need that like space in my head to design. And so if you can find a physical happy place, there's a ton of freedom in that, because when you sit down to design, it's going to be just easy to get up and go. Okay. And 5th, last but not least, I need you to remember something. This is, I think, where real freedom comes from. You need to remember why the heck you're doing this. Are you doing it because you've got more flexibility and freedom than anybody else that you know? Are you doing this because it brings you such creative joy? There is so much freedom in turning our thoughts to why we even chose to do this thing to begin with, okay? If we chose to do this thing because we needed flexibility, because we wanted the creative aspect, because we wanted the self-fulfillment, we need to remind ourselves of that every single day. And when we do that, we will feel free. It is easier to feel free when we remember that so-and-so is still working a 9-to-5 office job. But here you are, your life is flexible. You go into your office to design and create. You spend some time on your business strategies, because you're going to do that every day too, right? Spend time on your business strategy and doing the things that you need to do in order to make money in your business. And you have truly freedom. You just do. So I hope you remember that. I love that you're here. Hopefully those 5 ways resonated with you. And if there's something you're not doing, that you bring it into your life. If you have not come to a design boot camp, you have got to come join one with me. We are doing them a little bit less than I normally would. So get on at carinagardnercourses.com/design bootcamp to see when my next one is. And I would love to see you there. I'd love to teach you, really, really dig into why I do what I do, how I do it, and help you on this path, because here's the deal. I've been on this path for a long time. I know what it takes, and I'm very realistic about it. And if you are excited about that and you are ready for that kind of journey, Design Bootcamp is a great place to get started. So that's carinagardnercourses.com/design bootcamp, and I can't wait to see you there. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.